Let's visit Joseph Levy at 36 Middlesex Street.
All right. I'm just about to ask. Does he happen to be living in
Here
that
I am
nice...
in Middlesex Street. Let's find number 36.
36? Looks nice that everything is labeled. Sorry, I have to check here.
This what I'm bored to swear.
Oh, you look like the journalist. I see that. I see that.
Hello, sir. What do you want?
Hello, Ma'am. I would like to speak with Mr. Levy. Do you know if he's in?
I am Mrs. Levy, his wife. He's not arrived yet.
Do you know when he'll be in?
No idea. You know, he works at the butcher's and helps at the slaughterhouse. It often happens that he doesn't come in until early morning and then leaves right away.
Well, listen, as soon as your husband Joseph returns, tell him that...
My husband isn't called Joseph.
You aren't the wife of Joseph Hyam Levy?
No, of course not. I'm the wife of Jacob Levy. Mr. Hyam Levy used to live here with his parents, but he moved.
Mummy, who's the man that you are talking to?
But this poor child has syphilis. He carries the mark on his face.
Leave us, children. Go back inside with your brothers and sisters.
Yes, Mother.
As I was saying, Mr. Hyam Levy doesn't live here. He works in a butcher's near Aldgate, but I don't know exactly where. But if you find him, he will surely live next door. Butchers always live near their work.
Could you possibly give him a message on my behalf?
I don't see him often, and, well, even though we know him, we aren't on friendly terms, you see?
Is he bothering you, Mummy?
No, Simon, not at all.
That's a handsome boy you have. It's strange that he has light hair.
He takes after his father. Strong, with light hair.
Wait, he sounds familiar to me. A man of about 50 years old, very big, at least 6 feet tall, and left-handed, correct?
You are mistaken yet again. My husband is only 32 years old, no taller than 5'3", and he's right-handed.
Obviously, there are many Levys in the area. I will leave you, and I pray that you will excuse the disturbance. Perhaps we will have the pleasure of meeting again. Farewell, Ma'am.
Goodbye, sir.
This what I'm bored to swear. What hurry?
Daddy!
I must return to Baker Street. Let's go to Baker Street.
Okay. What's going on?
Well, Watson, not looking so good.
Whose fault is that, Holmes? If you hadn't shown me your masterpiece in clay...
Some actions have much larger repercussions than would be assumed at first glance. Listen, Watson, in a few minutes I will leave Baker Street in order to meet Jack the Ripper and put an end to his crimes. Beforehand, I want to go over all our discoveries to assure myself that everything is clear.
Jack the Ripper? You know the identity of Jack the Ripper?
Without a shadow of a doubt, Watson, and I assure you that we are in possession of all the elements required to determine who Jack the Ripper is. Would you like to do this work with me? Well, we are still missing certain information in order to finish this investigation, Watson.
Okay. A piece of... was cut out. Okay, so nose was cut, eyelids cut, cheek slashed to be thinner. Miss Kelly was disfigured. Oh, that was the last victim. To rip off face of victims, to appearance of syphilis. Wants us to compare him to a terminal illness. Was confronted with syphilis. Okay. Whitechapel Carroll left a message accusing someone who lives on Goulston Street. Jack the Ripper. Okay. Okay. There is a whole bunch of stuff here. Oh, not there. Here. Okay. This one is... Left hand, Chapman was holding an envelope, held a thimble in her hand. It's wrong. Diverted the attention of the killer, of the victims. Sorry, I'm just trying to read. Took up place on the premise. I mean, proceed in the same way. I can't. Proceed in what in the same way? Strangled, slit throat. Unorganized. Sorry. Organized and feeling. Murder took place on the premise. Divert attention of the victims. So this now leads to these 2 points, which is Stride and Nichols. Okay. Sorry, this is like jam-packed with information here. Had the time to kill Stride and Eddowes as other victims. So we have either the killer has accomplice, the same man who killed Nichols and Chapman. It's not the same man who killed Nichols and Chapman. And then this one, same man who killed, and not the same man. Oh, sorry, I accidentally chose the wrong one. Possesses great physical force. Okay. That's done. Let's bring these here. So what's this one? Murder cut open throat. Weapon of great size. Wanted to decapitate. Knowledge of anatomy. Knowledge of anatomy. Is or was a butcher. But a butcher. Same butcher's knife. Okay, let's go down. Okay. So this one, kidney, uterus removed and taken. Each victim's had deformity. Removed organs when he could. Organs attached. Lungs were subject to incisions. Killer wants to verify the health of his victims. Okay, what's this one? Murder searched. Okay, so this one is a murder search. The murderer was looking for something that the victim stole from him. No. Looking for money or objects of value. Okay. Rings were worthless. Oh, okay, wait. The killer took rings. The killer is poor. Right-handed. Therefore...
Perfect, Watson.
Right-handed.
Let's determine who Jack the Ripper is, Watson.
Okay. Where's the board? The board that you were... I saw the image. There we go.
Thus, we have 5 suspects. Let's add the elements that correspond to each of them.
Okay. Confronted with syphilis. Who is Walter Sickert again? Abraham, okay. I'm just curious, because he's definitely not poor. Okay, so if we put it down... Oh, that's the guy... Okay, that was the guy... That was the artist. Okay, but we have no evidence of that. Is or was a butcher. Scored to settle with the community. How do we know he has a score to settle with the community? Possesses great physical force. I don't know about this guy, no. I mean, I assume not Abraham, but I'm just going to check anyway. No, I think I already did that. Yeah, I didn't think I'm particularly strong. No, he has dark colored hair. Okay, how many, wait, how many... Okay, there we go. The murder has worksman clothes. Oh, shoot. No, yeah, I didn't think it count, but... Ward of Aldgate. Do you live in Aldgate? No, you don't. I couldn't remember. I literally have no recollection of who... The murder has light-colored hair and a mustache. Didn't I already put this one down? He doesn't have a mustache. He does have light-colored hair. Okay. In this final deduction, you must determine who Jack the Ripper is. The 5 principal suspects in the case are represented at the top of the screen by an icon showing their faces. On the left, you have cards showing Jack the Ripper's features. You must assign the features that seem to correspond to the suspect by placing them under their images. The suspects can have between 1 and 10 cards each. To move a card, click on it one at a time and then click under the suspect to whom you wish to link it. Be sure not to assign anything to the suspect that hasn't been proven. Once positioned, the cards changes color. A feature correctly placed identified by green, incorrectly is red. Solve puzzle, there should be only the correct cards under the suspects indicated by the green color. You must remove and replace the cards in red. Once all the cards are signed, oh, this is goes around and around and around. Okay, so that's a definite no. Alright, I already got that down. Okay, I'm just going through every single one at this point. Poor, poor. He's definitely not poor, this one. He's for sure not poor. Oopsies. Okay. Killer is poor, so let's... Already... Okay, I was missing that for Abraham. I thought I put that on his. Maybe not, I didn't. Okay. Really, right now it's just a guessing game. So he apparently also has a score to settle. Settle. Great physical. Okay. Not that one. Not that one. Sees? Am I supposed to like click person's name? Okay. How about this? Let's just put that in every single one and then take away all that doesn't fit. Okay, that's the great physical force. Okay, whoopsies on that one. There we go. Okay, I don't know what I was missing here, but obviously I was missing something.
And there you go, Watson. Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper.
Fantastic, Holmes. And terrifying. But some aspects of this case are still unclear, at least for me.
For example, Watson?
Why does the man only kill prostitutes?
The man kills prostitutes because he blames them for the misery of his life. He must have frequented them assiduously, and, during these nocturnal visits, he contracted syphilis, which he passed on to his spouse, and via her, at least one of his children. He is an angry man in despair following a mistake that cannot be fixed.
Why does he only kill such miserable prostitutes?
He never had the means to afford prostitutes of higher standing than Nichols, Chapman, and the others. At one point in his life he was forced to steal to make ends meet. This indiscretion cost him dearly. He was imprisoned and exiled from his community. He had frequented low-class prostitutes. Thus, it was they who infected him, and they who must pay.
But why did he remove the organs?
To take vengeance on his own community, which rejected him and had more success than he. He is a man who bore the burden of a sinister reputation, that of a thief and a madman, because of his internment. So he took his vengeance in the most cowardly and horrific manner imaginable. He rubbed his knife on the uterus of a sick prostitute before using it. He passed Edow's kidney off as a veal kidney.
Why did he disfigure the faces of the last 2 victims?
Revenge yet again, Watson. This is what you did to my child. You will suffer the same fate.
And the piece of apron and the message at Goulston Street?
The only reason to have placed the piece of apron, incriminating the message and attracting attention towards himself, is that the people that Levy holds responsible for his arrest live in this building. The butcher's where he committed the theft is found in Goulston Street, and the majority of the butchers who denounced him surely live close to their workplaces.
But finally, Holmes, why didn't his wife or anyone else notice anything?
His wife has many children and must be very busy. The man is a butcher, which must facilitate things when one is questioned by the police in the street and must justify the bloodstains on oneself. Furthermore, butchers often work during the night, as the meat must be sold fresh each morning. His nocturnal absences were easily justifiable. Finally, he works in the butchers or slaughterhouses. Nothing could be more simple than slipping a kidney in here and using a knife soiled with human blood there.
This story is frightful, Holmes.
Indeed, Watson. Lies, infidelity, venereal disease, murder, mutilation, and finally cannibalism. A complete anthology of what humans at their most vile are capable.
Let's go at once to Whitechapel and put this madman where he can do no more harm, Holmes.
Let's, Watson.
Okay. Oh.
I do believe we are not alone. I hope these men won't prevent us from passing.
Me? No. But you, yes, Watson. Your journey ends here tonight.
Pardon?
You're sometimes a little hot-headed. Moreover, Mr. Solomonovich has a few things to tell you. I won't be long.
You can come in, Mr. Holmes. He's waiting for you inside. Everything was organized according to your instructions. I don't know how to thank you.
Later. Dr. Watson is awaiting an explanation from you. Hello, Watson.
Holmes, have you the slightest idea what you are doing?
I think so, Watson.
Leaving this bloodthirsty pervert at liberty and hiding his existence from the London police? What folly!
Certainly, the police will never find their man, but with so many men deployed, this affair will indirectly have a benevolent effect on the crime in the vicinity.
But Holmes, wait! Justice hasn't been served, and we are accomplices to the fact.
Justice? But I don't serve justice, Watson. I serve truth. And, incidentally, I serve my country, and I don't think that I have ever served it better than today. Imagine if after months of terror and a murder as abominable as that of Miller's Court, we deliver to the English people a man of the Jewish faith, a journeyman and head of family as the guilty party. A man who forced members of his own people to eat human flesh. All of this contained tension would have exploded in a myriad of anti-Semitic acts which would have thrown Whitechapel into a rage of fire and blood. And this man's family, who are completely innocent and have suffered more than their lot, would have been the first in the line of sight. Should we condemn an entire people to shame and promise them 1,000 wounds because one of their members committed an unmentionable crime? Neither I nor you have the right to do so. Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper, is now in the hands of his own people. I have complete faith in Mr. Solomovich and the members of his community who, I remind you, courageously helped us. They took great risks and acted with the most salutary discretion. And, oh yes, it is understood that you cannot chronicle this investigation. It would be best to invent a story that takes us far from London during the somber period, in pursuit of, let's see, something challenging. A ghostly dog that glows in the night.
Don't be ridiculous, Holmes. But what will happen now? The police will endure a serious setback and a real loss of credibility. And this man?
Well, a few months after the murders have ceased, the police commission, finding themselves at an impasse, will come up with a story to tell, and everyone will vow that they know the secret identity of the killer without having the right to reveal it. As for Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper, he will be imprisoned by his own people. He will pace like a lion in its cage until the end of his days, haunted by his crimes and his insatiable vengeance, until finally the disease which drove him to kill those poor women will finish its work and make him its final victim.
The murder of Mary Jane Kelly was Jack the Ripper's last crime. On July 29, 1891, Jacob Levy died of a general paralysis caused by syphilis. In the same year, 1891, the police filed away the case for good without explanation. For the general public, the mystery remained unsolved. Mystery. Jack the Ripper's shadow roams forever in Whitechapel's alleys. Okay. So, that was the end of Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. Oh man, that cutscene, when he started doing the play acting, I think at some point I did clue in that this is just a reenactment, so to speak, of him. He was really sitting in that chair telling the story, but visually for us, he was doing the weird play acting without it being too gruesome as well. But yeah, it just looked odd, in my opinion. Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't do that. But, whatever. Okay. So, yeah, that was the end for Jack the Ripper. Interesting. I was curious of how the case will end, because it would have to end where it's unsolved, but Sherlock in this game would probably most likely solve the case, but for some reason, it wasn't revealed, and we got a reason why. The public backlash would have been too great, considering all the newspaper articles we've been reading. So, yeah, this, I don't know. Excuse me while I check my calendar here. So this should be, yeah, so this set goes all the way into April. It should be the last. I'm recording, this is being recorded in February, in case you don't know, due to my vacation. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be playing after this game. I will have to make that I'll have to make that decision when I get back which I will be back by that time. There will be something else that comes up. Either way, thank you for liking if you like. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Actually, let's talk about more about this game. So in the beginning, I didn't like it in the beginning. Here's the thing. A lot of adventure games have the you owe me a favor, I'll do this for you. A lot of games are like that, maybe not just adventure games. It was just a bit too much of the trail of give me a favor, I'll do this for you. You go to the next person, they ask for the same thing. Next person asks for the same thing, and then suddenly it's like 5 people I have to do some sort of favor for in order to get something done. Luckily, like, you see that less as you get more into the investigation and the story of the game. But yeah, I kind of wish it didn't start like that. It's really the only real gripe that I have. I don't excuse me. Honestly, it just seems like a really hard game in order to try to excuse me, because you have to work the story around the true life events, which is not always an easy task. Totally losing my voice. But now we'll say thank you for liking if you like. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. Thank you for favoriting if you favorited. Thank you for simply clicking on this video. Until next time, guys. See ya.